Remember the black male who was shot in the back of the head? Remember that? Okay, now we got more information about the cop. Looks like the cop, yep, problematic past. Let me remind you of the shooting. This is graphic.
Stop, dude, I'm gonna tase you, stop. Get on the ground, get on the ground right now. Bitch. Why you taking me, ho? Oh, bitch. Get on me, man. Come down here, bitch. Wait, I'm gonna shoot you. Put that down. I will shoot you. On the ground. You gotta go. Get out here, ho. Get out here, ho. Shoot, bitch. Shoot. Shoot, ho. Shoot. 35 shots fired.
Let's put up a picture of this Texas sheriff's officer who committed this crime. The young man who was killed, his name is Roderick Brooks. The man who killed him, his name is Garrett Hardin. A veteran Texas sheriff's officer was the one who fatally shot and killed the 47-year-old black male. Let's put up a picture, Mr. Brooks. Hardin killed Mr. Brooks after he allegedly stole detergent. Detergent. Can I say this? Nobody steals detergent unless they need it. Nobody steals detergent unless they need it. Let me give you some background on this cop. Hardin has a long history of being disciplined for violating department policies. He was on disciplinary probation at the time of this death, according to records obtained by the HuffPost. The sheriff's office has now suspended Garrett Hardin without pay on 8 different occasions since 2004. Hardin was first suspended in 2004 when he entered a cell block after witnessing a fight between 2 incarcerated people and left security doors unlocked and unsupervised. That was intentional. He was also suspended without pay 4 times since 2005 for damaging patrol cars, according to the records. In April 2008, this deputy was issued a 5-day suspension because it was determined he had knowingly misdirected his immediate supervisor about his involvement in a vehicle pursuit, according to the records. He lied to his own supervisors and they kept him on the force. He had been suspended without pay multiple times and they kept him on the force. Why? Why do you think they kept him? They kept him because they knew what kind of cop he was. They knew he was corrupt, and they have a culture of corruption at that police department. This death, this murder is just as much the fault of the sheriff's office as it is the man who actually pulled the trigger. Because without one, you don't have the other. They had from 2004 to fire this SOB and they chose not to. Because the life of those he polices doesn't matter to them. Hardin was most recently suspended after he had made lewd comments to people working under him. While Hardin was doing roll call as a supervisor, he told a female deputy, "Don't let me show you my blank is bigger than yours," and made a hand gesture to reflect the size of his genitals. That's according to deputy records. He also told a female deputy that he would eat that out. That's what he told a female deputy. One woman said she asked Deputy Hardin to repeat what he said. She said he looked her in the eyes and repeated that he would eat her out. which she took as a sexual advance. She said during the investigation that Hardin's comments were crude and created a hostile work environment, and that she had no trust in him as a supervisor. They kept him on the force. Hardin made these comments in front of several people, according to the report, and 7 deputies were interviewed about the incident as part of an internal investigation. One said she did not report Hardin's statements initially because of fear of retaliation. Another deputy said that Hardin told them, now that HR is gone, I can say what I want to say. Hardin was ordered to take sexual harassment training, placed on a 180-day probation and suspension without pay for 80 hours. And when he shot Mr. Brooks in the back of the head, he was on probation, never should have been a cop. He was a bad cop, 100% corrupt. Sharing thoughts here.
Defund the sheriff's department down there.
Yeah.
Don't give them $1 more. What you have just laid out seems like it is absolute, irrefutable evidence that they are recruiting and retaining criminals. He is a criminal, a killer, okay, maybe a murderer. They are recruiting and retaining a criminal element. That is what mafiosa is all about. Yep. And that is what they're doing there. There's no other way to say it. What I have just said is actually not even controversial. That is what's going on in that department and others.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Sharon. I guarantee you he's not the only one.